What is up, YouTube? Joey brings it. Back again. Cali. Going to talk some baseball cards on this crispy, cool Saturday night. A little chilly, but man, it feels good to me. I'm going to talk some of my favorite cards in my collection. Unique, very cool. 1977 to 79 Sportscaster. First one up. I hope you enjoy. Here we go. Check this out. Sportscaster 1977 to 79. Hall of Famer. Hammering Hank Aaron. Look at that. These are all going to be autographed cards. That's one of the ways that I like to collect, is trying to get their signatures. Look at that bold blue autograph right there. Beautiful, beautiful portrait of Hank Aaron smiling. One of my favorites for sure. These Sportscaster cards are really, really cool. They have a story, some of their stats, different facts you may not have known. Look at that JSA sticker on the back, guaranteed authentic. Hank Aaron signature. This one is one of my favorites for sure in my collection. Very unique and very cool. You rarely see a portrait of Hank Aaron smiling like that. This guy loved what he did, and everybody else, we were lucky to watch him play. If you guys can see in the background, I have a couple of them that are PSA DNA graded slab. These are oversized cards, but man, they sure do look gorgeous in those slabs. I got Mike Schmidt, nice autograph in his old-time Phillies uniform. I got Charlie Hustle, Pete Rose autograph. I think I showed that in my previous Pete Rose showcase. And the George Brett autograph, PSA DNA certified. Cards look gorgeous in the slabs. Very unique, oversized cards. Here are some more that I have in my collection. These are all autographed Sportscaster cards. Sluggers, Philadelphia Phillies, the Bull, Greg Luzinski. You guys remember this guy, man? This guy was huge. Could crush the ball. One of my favorite players to watch growing up, watching the games of the week. When the Phillies were on, I was watching. Another slugger. One of my favorites. All these guys are my favorites. Pittsburgh Pirates. We are family. Dave Parker, the Cobra. Look at that uniform, pinstripes. You guys remember the old Buck hats? Little square type hats. Man, these guys were so cool back in the day in the 70s. Not only were they so cool, these guys can play ball. Willie Stargell Pops, Dave Parker, Kent Ticovey. My favorite teams for sure of the 70s. Dave Parker autograph. I also have some of my local favorite team. LA Dodgers, Dodger Blue. First one up. Check this out. Tommy Lasorda autograph. Dodger Stadium in the background. Chavez Ravine. PSA DNA sticker right there in the bottom. Nice bold Lasorda signature. Man, this guy led our team in the 70s like no other. It was a great era to watch baseball. We bled Dodger Blue. Continue with my Dodger Blues. Third baseman, the Penguin, Ron Cey. Nice blue Sharpie autograph. Great portrait of Ron Cey. One of my favorite, if not the favorite player from the Dodgers of the 70s. This guy was a ball player. The Penguin. Uh-oh, let me get rid of this commercial. Just keep listening to some old school instrumental movie themes. Continuing with the Dodger Blue. First baseman, Steve Garvey. Another LA Dodgers legend. Look at that signature there in the bottom. Part of that historic infield of Steve Garvey, Davey Lopes, Bill Russell, and Ron Cey. What were they? 10 years all together, all bled Dodger Blue. Another Steve Garvey, 1977 to 79 Sportscaster autograph. Right here, check that out. When you think of the 70s, man, this is it. This is the Sportscaster card for the All-Star game. But check out that picture, man. All-Stars, National League, Steve Garvey giving a high five to Joe Morgan, who just scored. And look who's in the background, not too happy at all. Pudge, Carlton Fisk. When you think of 70s, this is it right here. Look at this image. Awesome, that Steve Garvey signature, 1970s baseball, full sure. Just great, man. Bringing back so many memories. Another Dodger legend, before my time, but I've read all about him. Check this out. Maury Wills, number 30 signed. Little black Sharpie autograph right there, but it looks pretty cool. This guy could steal bases for a short period. In the early 60s, this guy was unstoppable. The reason I think this guy never made it to the Hall of Fame is I don't think his career was long enough. There aren't many baseball cards of him. I think there's some rumors that he had some kind of a grudge or something against Topps. Rarely see him on a Topps card, if ever. This is one of the few cards where you can get a Maury Wills that I can think of offhand. But pretty cool card, and what I love about it, signature right there. Maury Wills. Another LA Dodger. Check this out. Rick Monday. This card's talking about the amateur draft, but for whatever reason they put Rick Monday on there, explaining the way he made it to the teams. Great story there in the back. But what I got this card for is that autograph. Check it out. Who can forget Rick Monday? 1981. They're down. 9th inning against the Montreal Expos. Gary Carter, Andre Dawson. These guys are a great team of the 80s. And this guy hit a home run to save Fernando Valenzuela's game and to catapult the Dodgers into the World Series. They beat the Yankees, 1981 world champions. LA Dodgers, my team. Dodger Blue. So those were a lot of the sluggers of the 70s. Now we're going to go to the flamethrowers, the pitchers. First one up. Check that out. The Express, Nolan Ryan in that Angels uniform. Angels away uniform. Got that really cool Nolan Ryan signature. Let me get rid of another commercial here. Nolan Ryan signature right there in the bottom, like I said. Cool story there in the back. These 77 to 79 Sportscasters just rock. They're very, very cool. Some of my favorites. More pictures. The Catfish, Jim Hunter, when he was on the Yankees. Cool blue Sharpie signature right there. You guys should look up on Google how he got his nickname. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Finley, the owner of the A's, just made it up. This guy needed a gimmick. He needed a hook. He just said Catfish. I think he liked to fish, something like that. Look it up on Google. There's a good little story behind that. Cool autograph of Catfish Hunter. Got that JSA certificate there in the back. Makes it legit. Oh, going way back. Talking about a hurler. The greatest lefty. One of the greatest lefties of all time. It's so hard to think who else. Koufax, yes. Carlton, I don't know. When you think of left-handers, this is the guy you think of. Warren Spahn, Hall of Famer. Look at that old-time Braves uniform, Milwaukee hat right there. Beautiful, beautiful, bold blue Sharpie signature. Man, I love this portrait of Warren Spahn. Back in the day, I didn't get to see him pitch. He's a little bit before my time, but boy, do I love to collect him. Awesome, awesome. The Brave Southpaw. Big story there in the back. These cards are so fun. You guys should buy some. You guys can buy these without the autographs. They don't have to be graded. You can get them in lots for cheap, $1 a card. You do not have to spend big bucks to get cool, old school cards like these. Man, just get them to enjoy them. Look at them. Talk to your kids about them. This is the way to go, in my opinion. Check this one out. Hall of Famer, reliever, the money game, Dennis Eckersley. autograph right there in the Boston Red Sox uniform. Who would have known this guy would become one of the greatest relievers in the history of the MLB? Him, you think of him, you think of Rivera. These are the best. I love that portrait. Action shot for sure. Dennis Eckersley, Boston Red Sox. And last up, talked about some pitchers. How can you leave out a catcher? If you have the pitcher, somebody's got to call the game. Somebody's got to control the field. This is the guy. You're going to start a team. I don't care who, what era. You're going to start the all-time Major League Baseball team. This is the guy that's going to be behind the plate. Cincinnati Reds Hall of Famer Johnny Bench. I love that action shot of Johnny Bench. Looks like a pop-up foul down the third baseline, flipping off the mask. Man, Johnny Bench, greatest. Big red machine. Cool little bold blue signature right there in the back. Story on Johnny Bench. Take charge catcher. Man, like I said, when you think of 70s, you think of these Sportscaster cards. It's the way to go. You can get these really, really cheap. I've seen lots go for like $100 for $50. Man, you cannot beat that. Enjoy them, trade them, share them with your kids. But man, the way I like to collect these cards, autograph, Mike Schmidt, Pete Rose, George Brett. The way to go in my opinion. And lastly, I know this video is kind of getting long, but I want to remind everybody, tomorrow afternoon, up for grabs, the Joey Brings It contest, trying to get to 200 subscribers. Up for grabs, Hammering Hank, 1960 Topps, BVG graded for Hank Aaron. Man, that's a cool looking vintage card. I'm going to give it away. I will show everyone the winner tomorrow. If you haven't done so, tell your friends. Give me a shout out. Have more people sign up. I want to make more friends. I want to have more connections. I want to share what I have. And I want to see what you guys have. It's going to be fun. I'm going to give it away tomorrow, Sunday. Joey Brings It. Cali. Keep collecting. See ya.